Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I am here to share the October collection release with all of you. This is the October collection and it is called So Blessed. I'm so very excited about this one. I have been anxious for this collection for a while. I have had my hands on this paper for quite some time and I have just been so excited. So I hope all of you enjoy seeing everything that it includes here. I'll start with the journal first. For those of you who are new, the collection always comes with a traveler's notebook size blank journal and a kit portion of items that you can use throughout the month to decorate your journal. It's a lot of fun. The intention for them is that they last about a month. This has 30 pages in it, so it's perfect for a page every day. Although I will tell you that I have quite a few journals that are very themed and I'm using for specific things. And yeah, they can take a lot longer than that. They can go a lot quicker than that. It just all depends how you use your journal. But yes, the Traveler's Notebook, I will flip through this first and show you guys what this one looks like. So the seam binding tied to the journal, it's actually a very dark brown. I don't know if it's coming across black or not, but it's a very dark brown. The journal measures about 4.5 inches wide and 8.5 inches tall. It will fit inside of a Webster's Pages type traveler's notebook cover. I know that for certain. Those are the ones that I use most of the time when I use a cover, or it's of course beautiful enough to use on its own. Like I mentioned, there are 30 pages in this journal, but first I'll tell you a little bit about the cover. So the scrapbook paper that I used on this cover is from Simple Stories. I can't exactly remember the name of it here, but I will link it down below for those of you interested. It's actually more of a camping scrapbook paper kit, but it had this fabulous mushroom paper in there, and I loved it. So while the whole kit doesn't exactly fit the fall autumn theme, I just love that piece of paper, but I'll link it down below for anyone who's interested. So fun fact, this is actually the 4th autumn collection I have released. The first year I actually came out with 2, and then last year, and then this one. So this is actually the 4th autumn kit. I'm so excited about it. So on the front, I have a backdrop of burlap sewn onto the paper. There is a fun business envelope here. And as I'm filming this video, I actually still have to sew all of the journals. I'm sewing this a little early. And just to give you an idea, yours is going to probably be different than the next person's, but I think that's a lot of fun. But they're all business envelopes. They have a postage stamp. They have some date stamping on them. Most of them are from the 50s, and the majority of them are to this chain belt company in Wisconsin. But they're a lot of fun, you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. They have all obviously been opened at the top. So one of the fun things that I did was I left it that way. This is what I had to cut off of the envelope. So here on the back, I have stitched the envelope closed. And this little segment I'm saving for you. You can just use it, you know, as you choose. So here at the top, you could add a tag here, tuck away something special. And on the back, it's a little tighter. You want to be really careful if you end up sticking anything in the back of there. But it is a little pocket. You could hide something away in there if you want to. And your little extra bit of envelope will just be tucked into this journal when you receive it. So yes, the business envelope is on top of the burlap. Then I have this beautiful image here on the front that has been stitched, inked, and matted on some old file folder. And then this really pretty mustard yellow ruffle with some lace and the So Blessed title. So that is the cover. And then moving into the journal, here's the inside of that paper. Like I said, for those of you who are new, there are 30 blank pages, 15 sheets of paper in here that all vary. So this is tea stained paper. This is an old vintage recipe book page. Tea stained paper. This is a fun piece of stationery type paper that I had from this business. The railroad, the Rio Grande Railroad. I don't know why that's a tongue twister for me, but I just thought that was a lot of fun, and I loved the coloring on that paper. There is some graph paper, more tea stain paper, some old ledger paper, more tea stain paper, this old printer paper here that's been tea stained as well, a craft bag, tea stained paper, music sheet page here, tea stained paper. This is a fun book page. They're all different, of course, but it is from an old textile book. It was a large coffee table type book that I had, and some of the images are just absolutely stunning, and I think they made a fabulous journal cover. So I hope you enjoy the one that's in your journal should you purchase. And then the center coffee stained or tea stained paper. So then moving backwards, there is that textile book page, tea stained paper, music paper, tea stained paper, the little bag, the old printer paper, the ledger paper, tea stained paper, graph paper, the other side of that, letter, stationery stuff, the recipe book page, and tea stained paper. So that is the Traveler's Notebook. All right, so then getting into the kit, I am going to start with the larger items in the back here. So those of you who have been with me for some time, you know around Thanksgiving and Christmas, I love the old Ideals magazine books. And these are some books from the 1950s. I think I had one from 55, 56, and 57. So they are very old, and they usually have some poetry or some great imagery on there. I love those. There is a sheet of music, which is always great for tearing up and collaging or creating tags with. There is an old children's book page. Most of them are just covered in poetry. There's a book page out of this old autumn recipe book. Of course, they all vary and they're all different, but it is such a lovely recipe book. And there is one more book page. This is an old, I think it's a German recipe book, so it's all in German, and it just has this great green print, which I loved, and I thought that matched everything beautifully. There is a sample of wallpaper, and this is the wallpaper in this month's collection. I will say this is old, and I have wiped it all down a little bit, but the glue on the back is kind of flaky. Just so you know, it's against your music paper most of the time, I think, in these kits. So if you feel that grit, that is just, you know, the dried adhesive from the wallpaper, and it should just wipe off your book pages. Just wanted to give you a heads up about that. And then this month I had to include 2 napkins for decoupage. I couldn't help it. I loved them. I thought they were beautiful. So there's this one. This is awesome. I love the watercolor imagery. It's large, and the fun thing about this napkin is when you fold it open, there's actually a recipe in here for a pumpkin sheet cake. So that's a beautiful napkin. And then there is a second napkin here with some pumpkins and sunflowers, and that print carries throughout the whole napkin. So lots of decoupaging there. I always include 2 6x6 scrapbook papers, and because I loved this paper so much from the cover, I had to make that one of the papers. So again, I will link this collection down below for anyone who might be interested in checking it out. And there is also this paper. I really wanted this kit to not just be something that would be autumn related, but if you didn't want to do a fall journal, you could do a woodland type journal, something of the forest. So I tried to include, you know, I tried to make the 6x6 papers something that would work for that. So this is just some ferns and plants and things. And you guys know I love these old brown envelopes. These are old, and let's see, these two actually behave themselves in the glue. Most of them, when I found them, they actually have like a spot of glue that likes to stick. So just be warned. What I have done with that is I've used a little heat tool gun and tried to get it unstuck that way. But I included two of them because I have been addicted to, well, I haven't had a lot of time to do it, but I have this video up on my channel. I'll link this down below as well. I had so much fun creating this that I wanted to include two of the envelopes and not just one, in case somebody wanted to make something like it. And I knew I definitely wanted to create something fun for the journal. So two old brown envelopes. Okay, so getting into the items in the bag. This is the large bag. There is a doily clipped to the front, and there is a vintage mushroom playing card. There are two different styles that came in that set. This is one of them. They are amazing. I am in love with them. So there's that. And then getting into the tags and things, there is the brown paper bag. There's a little table place card here with some autumn leaves and some gold trim. One library card and pocket. There's a smaller glassine envelope. This is a jeweler's envelope. I love the window on these. These are so much fun. One alteration tag. There are always two manila tags. One of them is blank, and then I enjoy stamping one of them to match the collection. So this one has a couple mushrooms here and says Beautiful Autumn at the top. There is a layaway tag, one green guest check. There's always a 3-inch tag cut apart from the extra paper left over from creating the journal itself. And then one larger manila and green time card. So that is everything in this brown bag. And then there is a smaller bag, and clipped here to the front, I was enjoying the autumn stamps, you guys. So there's a strip of 3 white tickets, and I have stamped a little pumpkin there at the top. It's fall, y'all, there in the center, and then that adorable little squirrel there at the bottom. So I hope that you have fun with those. There is also 4 orange old tickets. And then inside the bag, there is a yellow claim check. And then, oh my goodness, there's so many little things in this bag. So there's a cupcake pick that has a leaf on it. These are the little yellow fabric leaves that you can find at Hobby Lobby. I love these so much in my fall crafting. So there's 2 of those. There are 3 leaf craft paper type tags, 2 green price tags. Okay, there's actually another little leaf there. He was mixed into the other punches. Like usual, there's a few punches here from the leftover scrapbook paper that you can use to embellish your pages. 4 little paper hearts that I always like using on my center strings. And then there are a few pieces of ephemera from that same Simple Stories paper line. They are all different, they all vary. This happens to be the 3 that is in this set. So that is everything in that little bag. And then there's always a little bookmark. Not that it is functional, but it is cute. And I will say, after you start collecting a few of these journals, they are just sweet, sitting next to each other on the shelf. So this is what this month's looks like. It has a mix of that bluish green color, that harvesty red color, and then some natural stone beads that I thought were really pretty. There's also a little bag here with some flat back gems in these great harvest colors. That would be a lot of fun, and a few little table scatter pieces. I know I've included these in the past, but just can't get away from them. They're always so perfect for little clusters and things. And then last but not least, there's always a little bag of fibers that you can use to attach to your tags, paper clips, or whatever else you want to make. So there are 2 gold paper clips in this little waxed glassine bag. This one's a little different than usual, but these are always so much fun to add to our pages and make little pockets out of. And then to show you what the fibers look like, I'm so in love with these. They're so cozy. I can't believe the awesome fibers that is available these days, right? They're so pretty. So anyway, this is just a mixture of some greens, some mustard yellow, some tiny brown strings in there, and that gorgeous rusty orange color. And they are so soft, you guys. I'm in love. I'm in love with those colors. All right, you guys, so that is the October So Blessed collection. I hope that you enjoyed seeing it. For those of you that will be purchasing it, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so very much. Like usual, I just want to mention again, as this video is posting around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the kit will be released in my shop at noon Eastern Standard Time. I wanted to give everybody a chance to see the video, to see the items that would be included in the collection, and then you could make your decision from there and not feel the giant pressure I know that the release time has. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me over on Etsy. That will be the quickest way to get a hold of me. I will be there at the noon release because things get a little crazy. A couple things to mention. Everyone who purchases the collection on release day, which is pretty much everybody at this point, the collection sells out, you know, rather quickly on release day. But anyone who purchases it on release day will receive a thank you goodie bag from me for purchasing the kit. Also, something to mention about Etsy, when you add on extra items, I don't know why this happens. I don't know why it does it. I know it does it to a lot of us with Etsy shops, but when you start adding on some of the ephemera packs and things, the shipping gets outrageous. The shipping charges gets outrageous, and I just want you to know, when I go through and start filling all of the orders in a couple days after the release, I will refund you the extra shipping. So if it's charging you $15, $20 for shipping sometimes, just know that when I package that up, and it will probably be priority because that's going to be over £1 or whatever, but I always refund the shipping. Also, for those of you who are new, I know I mention it all the time, but there is a design team that will be creating a video or two working in this collection. Be sure to go check them out, subscribe to their channels. It's always great to have added inspiration and other people's ideas, and it's so much fun to work along with everyone who has the same kit and the same items. It really is a lot of fun. So be sure to go subscribe to their channels. You won't want to miss that. And I think that is everything that I need to remember. I always say that and then I shut off the video and there's something. Also, a big surprise to those of you who are purchasing this So Blessed collection, we will be receiving a goodie bag from my dear sweet friend Yolady. Yolady has a channel here, but she hasn't been able to post for quite some time, but I will link her down below so you can go subscribe to her and check her channel out and her projects out. But sometimes she, just out of a random act of kindness and the goodness of her heart, will share little goodie packs that I can ship along with the collection. And she has done that for this fall collection. So again, thank you so much, Yolady. You are just so sweet. And I know that everyone always enjoys those. I always get awesome feedback about that. And it just, all the extra goodies or whatever it is just always so much fun. So thank you so very much. You guys, I don't have that I have not received that from her yet as I'm filming this video. So it will be a surprise, but consider it just an extra little bonus, a little blessing, as we are calling it here this month. So again, just thank you, Yolady, and thanks to all of you who make this possible. All right, you guys, so I think that is everything that I have to share. Again, this will be releasing at noon Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to message me about any questions you might have, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.